It's Wednesday night, 2 days before Rockville. Mary is driving us to eat something and to get supplies. Real talk here. Mary's car smells like hobos. It smells like the streets of New York City.
The air conditioner turned on and it smelled funny.
Oh my God. I've spent 33 years of my life on the subway platforms, the streets of Manhattan. This is like a trip down memory lane. So, I worked a lot today. It's tough when I'm literally taking off 4 hours of a day on Friday, and those 4 hours are killing me having to work extra. But in the meantime, we are going to Rockville and Jacksonville. I know people keep asking if we're going. I'm not looking forward to the lineup this year. It's there's very few people that I'm interested in seeing because we've seen so many of these bands so many times. But for those that don't know, Rockville, for lack of a better thing, is kind of like our festival in Florida. There's also one in South Florida, or further south, called Fort Rock, which is essentially the same exact festival as Rockville. But what they do is the bands that play in Jacksonville on Saturday will play at Fort Rock on Sunday, and the bands that play at Fort Rock on Saturday will play in Jacksonville on Sunday. So it's kind of just a matter of distance between the two things. At one time, Fort Rock was just like a one-day festival.
Yeah, up until last year.
So now they've really got to a point where, you know, this is one of those festivals that's put on by Revolver Magazine, Monster Energy Drink, Octane from Sirius. So it's kind of like all of the usual suspects and all of the bands that they're pushing at their particular time. However, over the last couple of years, like, Rockville got some really good bands to play, and it was a good mix of like heavy stuff and you know, a lot of newer bands. And then this year, they kind of have gone back to their formula that they had like 5 or 6 years ago, which is like really eclectic or odd things. Like, you know, basically who could they get to play for a cheaper rate that would work to be able to sell merchandise or things like that. So our headlining bands on Saturday night, it's Soundgarden. On Sunday night, it's Def Leppard. The supporting bands, I think on the bigger supporting band on Sunday night for Def Leppard is Offspring, which I guess would be considered like a co-headliner for them. Not to me. I still think of Offspring as a club band. I know I'm dated on that, but the supporting band for Soundgarden is A Perfect Circle. I couldn't tell you more than like 2 songs that they sing. And then there's a lot of other bands in there that we've seen a million times, like Beartooth and things like that.
3 Days Grace and Chevelle.
So these are bands that like Mary wants to see. So, you know, we do so many things that Kyle wants to do, so we're going to do things that Mary wants to do. And it's going to be an adult weekend because Jessie is going to be doing stuff for her school. They have prom, so it fell the same weekend. Mary still wanted to go to Rockville. Jessie is going to be doing the prom thing with their friends, and we will be going up to Jack's with our friend Andy for a couple of days and having an adult time. So you may see some adult beverages and adult carrying on. That said, I think this might be the final year for me for like festival shows. I still like going to these things, and every time that I go to these Rockville shows, I feel like I'm too old, or, you know, I think you've like hit that age of like maybe you're too old to go to these shows. It's general admission. You're standing in a field. At the end of the night, you're coughing up dirt and dust. Everything's black. But
you have a layer of dirt on you.
But there's a lot of younger kids, and then there's more people like us that are, you know, dinosaurs and have stuck around for a bit. So
this year there's going to be a lot more dinosaurs because of Soundgarden and Def Leppard.
I don't know if that's the case.
Really?
I think that the younger kids are staying around to see those bands, but it's not drawing in other people. Like Rockville tickets did really pretty abysmal this year, I think, because they were on Groupon for days on end, and somebody pinged me the other day that said that there was a code to like basically get Rockville tickets for like $1. You know, that they're desperate to try to move tickets. I got a Groupon today for Everclear on Friday night for less than half price.
Oh my goodness.
So I think a lot of these older bands are suffering. I think music in general, I can go on like a really long rampage here for like 20 plus minutes, but the music industry is difficult at this point. Like, nobody's buying records. People are lucky, or artists are lucky when people buy stuff either on iTunes or even buy a physical copy of something, but for the most part, people are still stealing music, so you're basically producing something for free. There's a lot of people that feel justified, like, you know, why should I have to pay for something? But in the meantime, when you work in the music business and you realize like how much it costs to make some of these records and everything, it's crazy. So the only way that these guys are making money is when they usually go on tour. Then you go to these bigger package tours like this, and it's almost like pay to play. Like, you know, you're playing, you're not making money off of a salary for the show, and you're hoping that people buy your merch, and then people go to the merch stand and then they have a heart attack, like, why is a t-shirt $30 or $40? And that's the reason, because they you know, these guys need to eat. They need to put gas in their gas tanks and stuff like that. So that's the whole lecture. But anyway, we're going to Rockville, so now we're going to the store so we can get some supplies so that we can go to Rockville. It's supposed to be like 93 degrees out this weekend, and we're going to be in the sun the entire day with no shade. So there's a ridiculous sunset right over those trees. It's right there. No. Right over. No, Dunkin' Donuts is still blocking it. All right, we're coming around this corner. There it is, Valhalla. That is amazing. This is worth the rest of today. We're gonna stop at Target. All of this stuff is on clearance at Target. Pup stuff. $4 for the Doctor Strange stuff. Fantastic Beasts. $4.
Oh, Ash versus Evil Dead.
Today is Alien Day. So all of these alien things are here and on sale. 4 movies. $10.
Oh my god! Tuscany out of Panther. Sorry. I'm petting them.
And then they have a ton of Guardian stuff.
Look, I can give him like a mohawk.
King and the King and the Sting. I always love that there hasn't really been any quantum leap forward on air fresheners for cars in some time until today. I present to you the heirloom tomato, because everybody wants their cars to smell like tomatoes. Check out this thing. You just put a bottle or a can in here underneath this thing, snap it in, pull the handle for like a fake draft beer. You'll never guess how much this thing costs. All it is dispensing your own thing.
$69.
This is $100.
It is 99.
What? Come on, he's not that old. He's like barely 60. Walmart after 9. We haven't done this in a long time. Got my bulletproof vest on. Look at this. 1966 Batman. 1989 Batman. The tumbler. Oh my goodness.
I'll just switch off for a while.
Why does it have the real sounds of BB-8 and the voice of C-3PO?
High score 49.
I've never played Bop It.
I have a bad feeling about this.
How the hell do you play it?
Score 49.
I don't know.
Bop it. Perhaps you need an oil bath.
Spider-Man stuff from the new movie is out. Spider-Man Homecoming. You can either get that classic Spider-Man mask or the Homecoming mask. This one talks.
I don't know how to make it tough.
Its mouth moves.
You gotta give me a
Oh,
second.
cardboard face.
Oh yeah, it's yeah,
Blue
it's-
Spider-Man. No one's touched him for a while. They have stuff that's up here on the top that's not on the shelf yet. It's pretty cool. Web slinging activities. or Nerf bullets. And these guys are on clearance at 25 bucks now. We picked up Spider-Man at $33. Was 50. They have the 40th anniversary 6-inch figures with these card backs on them. I think we might get Leia. See, now it's 10 to 10 at night, and pretty much what we did was work all day, finish work, talk to you guys for about 5 minutes, go shopping. Sometimes I feel really bad, you know, because we try to still stick to daily vlogging, and then obviously some of the daily vlogs, not the most exciting stuff in the world. All is not fun and games in Florida, although everyone sees all the theme park stuff, and you know, you kind of just don't see the rest of the window of the other, you know,
The working
X amount of hours during the day. But all we got to do is get through tomorrow, at least Mary, and I got to get through tomorrow and a half of the next day, and onwards to actually having another day off, another adventure. We're gonna hit St. Augustine also on the way to Jacksonville, and we're trying to narrow down which ghost tour to go on this time, because we don't want to do the Ripley's tour yet again, but we do want to go on some type of ghost tour. If you guys have gone on any of the ghost tours up there and you have a recommendation, let us know. I mean, at this point I think we've narrowed it down to about 3. I'm doing 4, but I can count 3. 3 of the tours, and we want to be able to bring you guys along as much as possible, so I am looking forward to that, almost as much as Rockville, if not more. This is action shots. In any event, I think we're going to close it for today. So short and sweet, maybe a little short, maybe it's not. When I go back and look at footage, it'll probably be like 55 minutes worth of footage. But anyway, thank you for all of your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscriptions. I did notice, I mean, the subscriptions continue to grow. Comments I'm trying to answer still as much as I possibly can. It's a little difficult when you're trying to edit and work and everything throughout the day. I wish there was more hours in a day, because it is truly difficult, and I really appreciate all of you guys for sticking around and checking out the videos that we put out all the time and listen to us drone on and on. So very, very much appreciated. So on that note, treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. See you guys.